Friends and family of Amanda Thompson rallied today in honor of her and all domestic abuse victims.
The Buffalo woman was killed in July, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, Ricky Crouch, who is now charged with murder. Dave McKinley reports Thompson's loved ones are calling for a repeal of the state's bail reform laws. Right, David?
Yeah, Scott, and they feel the way they do and believe so because Crouch had been paroled from state prison after serving time for murder, was already facing prosecution for 2 prior domestic violence incidents involving Thompson, including one with a gun. Yet he was still out on the streets. She was remembered today by her son.
That I could honestly never fully express my love and gratitude for her.
Her best friends.
We are here for a reason that weighs heavy on all of our hearts, a reason that should never have existed.
Her sister.
Her life was stolen by someone who should never have had a chance to hurt her again.
Her loved ones believe Amanda Thompson was not only a victim of domestic violence, but of the state's bail reform laws. So too does James Gardner, the Republican candidate for mayor and former prosecutor, who explained that even though the judge who set bail for Crouch may have followed the law, that only underscores why the law is flawed.
The judge can consider putting bail on them, but when they do that, they have to first consider, and they can only impose the amount needed to return that individual to court.
Still, the current Erie County District Attorney, his predecessor, and State Senator Sean Ryan, who voted for bail reform and will be Gardner's opponent for mayor, have all insisted bail reform had nothing to do with Thompson's death.
And what's the commonality between all those officials?
Republicans who opposed bail reform noted their Democratic colleagues who supported it were conspicuous by their absence.
Is there any Democrat elected official standing behind us? There's not. Because if there was one that actually would, they would be ostracized out of their conference because their conference wants this.
Governor Hochul, who has pushed back on some of the bail reform, suggested as recently as yesterday that judges don't understand the authority they have to hold people. A small consolation to these folks. If the governor was standing here right now, what would you tell her?
Actually, I'd ask her how she sleeps at night because we don't. I've heard people make comments that this is political. My daughter was Democratic, and so was I. Drastic measures have to be made before there's another mother and children standing up here talking about how they lost their family member. It has to stop.
Prior to Thompson being killed, Crouch was in court twice, where a judge set bail over the objection of prosecutors who asked that Crouch be detained without bail, which under bail reform can amount to an unsecured bond, which can be as little as 10% of the amount of bail set. On your side in the studio, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
All right.